Hi, everybody. So today we got to play Codenames. We have the XX extra large version.
That's not 3 X's. It's just
Right, it's
2.
just 2.
We don't want it. This is not like the naughty bit.
Yeah, there's Codenames After
Codenames.
Dark. It's not that.
Yeah.
We've only played that one. Anyway.
We don't want to talk about how to play that one.
So the general synopsis of this game is that there is it is a party game, so you typically have a lot of people playing. We did have 8 people play this when we were 9 people play this when we were playing, and so you split the group into 2 teams. Team A and Team B are blue, and Team Red, and then 2 people one person is selected from each team to give the clues, and then that position rotates throughout the game. And then the clues are given. You give a 1-word answer with a number with how many clues go in with that. So that's just a general synopsis of the game, really quickly.
To set the theme, the idea is that these are spies, and they have secret names, and their secret names are, whatever reason, common words. So the idea is you're trying to identify which spies are on your side and which spies are on the other opposing team.
Why would you try to put a theme onto this?
It's what the theme
It
is.
is what there is.
Detectives. They're all in the shadows. They're
It's
hidden.
top secret.
That's right. You can't know who they are.
Yeah, okay.
So you're trying to decipher. That's why they all have glasses, because spies always wear sunglasses. If you're ever looking for a spy, just look and see who's wearing sunglasses. Usually grabbing hold of them like this.
And your normal Joes look very surprised all the time.
Unless the Who's playing, and then they're CSI.
Okay. So let's talk about quality pieces. So this is a different version than your standard. I like this version better because the cards...
You can see them.
Yes. So in the standard version, they are
like
a quarter of the size.
If that. It might even be more. I mean, they're tiny.
No, they're bigger than a quarter of the size. Quarter of the size would be 1 quarter. They're bigger than that. That's half. It's about half.
She's cutting in half and then half.
No, they're bigger than that. They're about half the size.
They're much smaller.
They are.
All right, so there will be a picture.
I can do a comparison. I'm going to be right, but I can do a comparison to show you they're about half the size.
Okay, well, the difference is the word print is much, much larger.
That is true.
Yes.
You can actually read it from pretty far away.
Especially old people like me and her mom.
Yes. Even me, I find this helpful because it's just, you're in a party. You don't want to be sitting there squinting at the game trying to figure out what the words are.
And it's fun to see the table with all the words spread across it.
Yeah. So I do like this version better because of it, because of the size differential.
Yeah.
So quality of pieces. I think, it has some cardboard covers. I think these are fine as far as how thick the cardboard is.
The cards are, there's nothing, like the stock is okay. It's not great, but you're not going to need to sleeve these probably because you're minimally going to shuffle them.
I don't know. You might want to if you play this game a lot.
I sleeved the originals. I'm not going to sleeve this.
Because you could use the tarot size sleeves. And it'd probably fit.
You could, but I'm not going to. First of all, you don't get it out that often.
I'm saying if you play it a lot, you might think about it.
Yeah, if you were really into sleeving, Robert does a lot more sleeving than I do.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
You got
you want to have a sleeving battle?
You got some kind of lifeline supply with Dragon Shield at the comic shop. You got cases of it somewhere.
Yes.
So.
Yes, special deals. But give it a score, guys. Overall, I think this is functional. Nothing's wrong with it. Is there anything outstanding?
I'd give it a 6.
I think 6 is fair for this game.
It's not about the quality.
Yeah, the quality would not make this any better or worse.
Yeah, the reality is can this stand the test of time? We don't know yet.
Well, absolutely. How many versions of this game have we got?
No, I'm talking about the actual pieces, though. How long will it go through? I'm not talking about the actual...
You have this one for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, but we haven't played it that many times.
We played it
maybe 10 or so.
Yeah, so not that many. Moving on to theme. Again, why you have to put a theme on this because it
Your
doesn't.
spies. The
Yeah,
spies are
it's
cool.
super secret.
That's right.
I mean, I guess they had to name it something, so I guess Codenames is the way to go, and you had to go with spies with Codenames. But I don't know.
It's pasted on for sure,
Yeah.
but it's still. I mean,
It is a word
you don't
game.
need. You don't need it to play this game. You don't need it, but you got to have a reason on whose picture is on
It's
there.
starting to annoy me.
Yeah.
So,
And one there is some artwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's very minimal. Oh, see, not all of them have shades. Look at this cool guy.
Oh, that's
But he's
because
not a spy.
He's not a spy now.
he's their boss.
Well, actually, he is a spy because he's a blue, so he makes him a spy.
Yeah.
This guy now, however, who looks kind of vaguely like Caleb. So you can't, since you can't see our off-screen presence, Caleb. This is what he might look like a bit if you put glasses on.
And
And he always has that
surprise.
stare on him.
Yeah.
So, give the theme a score. I'm giving it a 5 because
I agree. I mean,
It's-
it's there.
it's there.
It's all it is. It's there.
I feel like this is what we should throw a 9 on it. Just the spider again. No, I agree. It's not. I mean, the theme is really irrelevant to the game.
Absolutely.
It's not important at all. And it's a word game, so it feels a little silly that they did the code names because who's going to have a secret agent named Racket or a secret agent named Spy? That's my favorite one. You're not going to know who Spy is. I mean, they're not a secret
but
agent.
don't take it the wrong way. A theme of 5 is is meaningless. It
Yeah.
doesn't help nor hurt this game at all.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean it's not horrible. It's not detracting from the game any, but nor is it adding any value to the game. And I think that's where a 5 is. Does it add any value or does it take it away? If
No.
not, neither one. It's a 5.
It's there.
And I think it is. So let's move on to rules.
So the rules are, I mean, honestly, I've
Extremely
been forever since I've needed to look at these because the game is so simple. The only thing you might refer to are what are the things you can't say
Right.
in the game because you're basically, when we talk about gameplay, we'll go into it more, but there's certain words and types of words you can't say during the course of the game, and certain things as a clue giver you can't do. And if you're questioning whether something's valid, invalid, you might refer back to the rules. That's basically all you're going to need them for. Once you've played it at one time, you don't need these ever again. And you'll never forget this game. I mean, it's so simple and straightforward.
Okay.
So score-wise,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'll give it an 8. It's not a bad book at all. It's pretty good.
Okay, cool. All right, let's talk about gameplay. So the gameplay is pretty straightforward. As I mentioned before, 2 people from opposing teams will get together. They look at this card, determine what tiles are theirs, obviously.
Show everybody.
Yeah. So obviously I'll just be on the red team. You'll notice on the outside edging that it has the red highlighted. So that means red goes first and they get an extra box. So an extra clue has to be
They
done.
have one spy that's a double agent. That it's red or is it blue? It depends on who goes first.
Yeah. And then we obviously, both of us decide what the top of the board is to make sure we get the orientation correct from the card. And then you're allowed to give a 1-word clue with the number with how many of those tiles that you're trying to get them to guess to associate.
You can also give proper names that are, like the United States of America. It's not one word, but you can use a proper name like that.
Or you can use hyphenated words, but you can't.
You cannot use any parts of a word or
Right.
words that contain a word that's on the board or sounds like or anything like
rhyming or different languages that mean the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah. So an example of that would be for this one, Sailor Moon 2, right? And obviously, so people could guess, but Jupiter and Princess is out, right? So,
Because I wouldn't know that.
well,
Yeah, because I watch so much anime, I would be expert.
I watch anime, but Sailor Moon.
well, it's
not
better
my
than
thing.
what you gave us this game. Like, he gave us the cooling.
No, The Cooler, which is a movie about
From
dice and
2003.
gambling, which dice was the word. And I
Okay.
couldn't say anything that would lead you to James Bond because Bond was on the board. So how do you convey dice and along with trying to get 4 or 5 other words?
I've seen
Well,
the
you
cooler
didn't
and I could not figure out that.
You
clue
did
yet.
not
You've
succeed.
seen The Cooler.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. And then the other one you gave us was, I don't know. I had never watched these movies, and I'm like, do you realize who
Deliverance.
Deliverance.
Nobody at the table, and well, no, that's not true.
I've seen
Annie
Deliverance.
knew Deliverance.
But I didn't know the clues.
You've experienced Deliverance.
Whatever. So the Deliverance made absolutely no sense. None.
None.
I was
None.
talking about camping and hiking and all the things that happen outdoors, and I was trying to get cast. So I was trying to get you to tie everything together to involve a movie.
Well, we did get cast.
Yes, you got cast from it. I got partial success. The best part was they were making up the entire plot of the cooler without ever seeing the film. So they actually guessed a different clue that had nothing to do with the film correctly.
That's what made it enjoyable.
That was wonderful.
That's what made it enjoyable. It was
So
all the
I didn't
tangents.
realize that the cooler was a medical movie
for organs.
for organs, and although there is an
Right.
organ clearly displayed in there, but that we won't talk about that because this is PG-13.
all right.
Then
So
Randy decided to use the longest noun or name.
what is it? The Las Vegas.
No, the Las Vegas Raiders.
I was trying to convey Las Vegas somehow again with the dice to get back to
With the
dice.
sports team. That's totally not
Because
right.
I also had to get boot and what was the other word that I had to get? Yard.
And
Whatever.
you didn't want to use
So
casino.
the key is when you're playing, you want to tie as many of these words together as you can. So you try to come up with clues and it's a stretch.
Hopefully that
sometimes.
people understand
Sometimes.
you.
With me, it's always
a lot of
stretch.
times.
But I always go for like
Right.
a clue that gives you 5 words as opposed to 1, Caleb.
No one else had a good option for me.
So I think though what we can honestly say is this game is actually a lot of fun if you can't just tell by our banter and the memories we've therefore created due to this game. And I think those memories are something truly to be cherished and that this game provided for us. And I think that should be an accounting as when we score this.
And the other thing you didn't bring up is that just about any age group can play this game.
Yeah.
That can read.
That can read, true, but still, I mean, kids to teenagers.
Make sure they have similar life references, because if they don't...
Yeah, you have to make sure you reference clues that they would understand, but...
Well, you don't have to, obviously.
You don't have to, no.
If you want to win...
If you want to win and have chances of them guessing right, you generally got to know your audience.
But, you could probably get anybody from 8 on up to play this game.
Yeah, I mean, no, this is...
It's
is
a great
lot of fun.
family game.
Yeah. They do also have different versions of this.
Duet, pictures.
Disney, they have the Disney
the Disney,
one.
Marvel.
So you may be able to
cater
towards what maybe fits your family the most. This one seems to suit us well, the standard version, because it is kind of all
It's just
encompassing.
big for old people.
It's just big for old people. And we old.
Well, it's
y'all.
fun to have them across, take up a lot of space on the table because, first of all, if you got a big group, it makes it so much easier when you're trying to read across the table. And it's just, large is fun. I mean, there's like King Domino is not nearly as fun if you don't play the giant size or Queen Domino version, the large ones.
Right.
Do we have large size?
Yes, we absolutely do.
We're right there.
Oh, I thought those
Right over
were
there.
standard
That's those
size.
big. No, those are the gigantic ones.
They need bigger ones.
It's
We
pretty
haven't played.
darn
Those
big.
ones.
Oh, I only played the small.
No, you played the small.
Oh, okay, well then that's why. I
Anyway,
was just thinking of Gen Con.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's give it a score, guys.
overall gameplay, it's a 9. It's one of my favorite party games. It's a fun game. I've introduced it to so many people, so many family members that have absolutely nothing to do with board games. But whenever I go visit, they want me to bring Codenames with me.
Yeah, I will say I'm not a big, huge party game kind of person, but this is one I'm definitely willing to play. And I agree, it deserves a 9. It is a bunch of laugh and fun, and there's no traitor in it, thank goodness. Because I don't like all the party games where there's some, an evildoer. Come on,
Like
let's
Resistance or...
Yeah, I am not a big fan of those.
They're great. But anyway, I honestly, given the category this is in, that this is a word game and it's a puzzle, I'm actually giving this a 10.
Wow,
I don't think there's...
impressive.
I can't think of anything that is a better example of this category. I mean,
I like just one better. That's why I would give just one a 10.
No, I would not give it as high as this one. This one to me is the epitome of a party word game. There's the taboos and all the old classics. Yeah. This one to me sets the bar way higher than any of those. And now again, this is not comparing this to a heavy strategy game.
Absolutely
or
not. It is what it is.
Or a hidden trader game or anything. This is when I categorize, I'm thinking for the category this is in, and for the category this is in with a word party game. And it's not even comparing to like a Scrabble, which is not a word party game. It's a word game. But a word party game, which is a very narrow category. But there are several, like Taboo and several that are in there. I call this one a 10.
Yeah. I mean, I think if this is your jazz, this is the game to get.
Yeah.
It does speak well. And it encourages other people who aren't necessarily into some of those other board games into the hobby.
I mean, it lured Alex down to play with us today. Granted,
it can even be
he wanted to be antisocial and not be in the video tonight, but he actually did play the game with us, and he was asking to play the game with us.
And I could see this even people using this for educational reasons too. If you did it right, I could see how you could teach people vocabulary and how does word association, which is valuable for kids.
I would recommend leaving the After Dark version out.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Yep. We had a blast today. It's New Year's Day, and we sent it off with a banger. We're starting this thing.
2021, we got a lot of games in already.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And we got a lot more to go. Mr. Randy 300 reviews.
Hey, I gotta have a goal, and
that goal is too high, my friend.
One of us is a slacker. I'm just saying.
Because guess who's gonna start editing the videos now?
Somebody I thought was editing videos when I went in there was playing World of Warcraft instead.
I did 2 videos that day. Come on, why can't I play some video games?
Say Birdman's gonna be topping me on top 10 list here soon, if you don't start getting ours up.
Well, I'll put you to work then. Fine.
Hopefully, by the time this is aired, we'll have ours up.
Is Mom and Dad done fighting?
Go on all night.
Yeah, we probably ought to say goodbye to our viewers so they don't have to watch us.
Well, again, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful new year. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell.
2021 is going to rock.
Yeah.
It better.
Because last year sucked.
Yeah. I mean, we still.
Well, we had a good year.
There are other words I would use for 2020.
Yeah.
Not just suck.
We're going to get past this COVID thing. We're going to get to hang out more with friends. Not have to deal with all this.
Yes.
Stuck at home stuff.
I miss people coming over playing games with us.
I do.
Yeah, I really do too. We got a little bit of it back, and I hope we get even more.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you guys.
Have a good night.
Bye.